Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. Greetings, viewers. Get ready to immerse yourself in the world of Yamaha YM in this video. The a.k.a. is a sound chip developed by Yamaha. It is a member of Yamaha's OPN family of frequency modulation synthesis chips, and is derived from the IM. The IM is a 6-channel frequency modulation synthesizer used in several game and computer systems, most notably in Sega's Mega Drive Agency's video game console as well as Fujitsu's frequency modulation Towns computer series. It was also available in CMOS form as the IM, a.k.a. Opnik. As with the IM, it was used by Sega in various arcade game systems, including the Mega Play, Sega System Celsius and Sega System 32. The IM core was also integrated into an ASIC in later revisions of the Mega Drive Agencies. As we progress, let's zoom in on features and examine its role in shaping our overall narrative. The IM has the following features: its concurrent frequency modulation synthesis channels, voices for operators per channel, 2 interval timers, a sine wave low frequency oscillator, LFO, integrated stereo output, digital to analog converter. Most other contemporary Yamaha frequency modulation chips require a separate external DO converter chip per channel, programmable stereo sound left, right, or both left and right, resulting in center for channel 3. Operator frequencies can be set independently, making dissonant harmonics possible. Normally, they would have a simple relation like e.g. or relative to a common base frequency. This feature is common to the OPN family of chips. In this section, we'll be shedding light on technical details and its impact on our understanding of the subject. The IM's frequency modulation synthesis block is an extended version of the frequency modulation block featured in the IM, adding 3 additional frequency modulation channels and integrating a stereo output DAC. The IM removes the SSG component, although retaining its envelope generators and GPIO ports found in the IM and IM, which were elements of the integrated IMF core on the other OPN chips. While the IM was mainly based on the IM, it was often referred to as being based on the IM due to a number of similarities between the two sound chips, only lacking the latter's ADP-CM channels among other aforementioned changes. Whereas the high-end OPN chips such as them have dedicated ADP-CM channels for playing sampled audio, the IM does not. However, its 6-channel can act as a basic PCM channel by means of the DAC enable register, disabling frequency modulation output for that channel but allowing it to play 8-bit pulse code modulation sound samples. Unlike the other options with ADP-CM, the IM does not provide any timing or buffering of samples, so all frequency control and buffering must be done in software by the host processor. In this section, we'll be exploring low-volume distortion of the built-in DAC. Unlike most Yamaha frequency modulation chips which require an external floating point DAC, the IM features a built-in 9-bit DAC, which uses time division multiplexing to play one sample of each channel in sequence, similar to the IM. Due to an error with the amplitude voltage in the original chip design, a peculiar form of crossover distortion known as low-volume distortion and historically known as the ladder effect or TDM distortion is introduced in the output. Any output that is sufficiently low in volume undergoes an exaggerated quantization, including any usage of fades in video game music. Some early games in the Mega Drive Agency's lifespan, such as Afterburner I had their music written around this distortion. As a consequence, the music would sound too quiet on later Mega Drive Agency's consoles using the integrated IM core on the ASIC. Also, because of the reduced dynamic range of the built-in DAC, additional distortion may be generated when playing sounds with a very high volume. In recent years, improvements in accuracy of the emulation of the sound chips resulted in the low-volume distortion bug in the IM being faithfully replicated in software, and many recent Mega Drive Agency's emulators since have offered this feature as an option to replicate the sound outputs of the original and revised models of the Mega Drive Agencies. It also allowed other variants of the IM that had reduced the low-volume distortion bugs such as them to be emulated and implemented in many Mega Drive Agency's emulators as well. Get ready for an enlightening exploration as we dig into Yamaha YM and understand its role in the broader context. The YM, aka Optic, is a modified CMOS version of the YM, commonly used in Sega's arcade system boards. This version has an improved built-in DAC that significantly reduces the presence of crossover distortion from the original chip with a higher signal-to-noise ratio than the YM. It is not a direct drop-in replacement for them, however, as the sound outputs have higher impedance. As we embark on the next leg of our journey, let's unpack the layers of Yamaha YM and examine its core elements. The YM, aka Optic, is a low-powered version of the YM, used in later models of the Fujitsu frequency modulation Towns series, particularly the frequency modulation Towns II models. It came in a smaller 24-pin SOP package. Unlike the YM and YM, the YM requires an external DAC chip, similar to most other Yamaha frequency modulation chips. This is usually a MURB external DAC chip as used in the frequency modulation Towns II models or other equivalent DAC chips. As such, it does not produce significant low-volume distortion as with the YM chips due to its usage of an external DAC chip. Get ready for an exciting exploration as we unravel the mysteries of Sega Mega Drive agencies ASICs made by Yamaha and Sega Mega Drive agencies ASICs made by Yamaha and The YM core was integrated in custom ASICs used in the final revision of the Model 1 version and most revisions of the Model 2 version of the Sega Mega Drive agencies, as well as the Genesis 3 released by Majesco. The YM core in these revisions further reduced the presence of the low-volume distortion bug more so than with standalone YM chips. Turning our focus to game audio, let's explore its key elements. Used in conjunction with the Texas Instruments PSG as the main sound generators of the Sega Mega Drive agencies console, the YM was prominently utilized by numerous prolific video game music composers, most notably Yuzo Koshiro. If you have any suggestions for future videos, feel free to drop them in the comments section.